after the incomplete pass.
Fast it. Heavy.
To throw again. Dalton.
Check 26.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. Here's Dalton.
Tight dog.
Escaping the pressure right. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first, thanks to a flashy little spin move. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there. He missed those passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection, maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you wonder, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
Right here, 41 Mike.
I
don't think you got it, son.
Time running out here on the play clock.
Check 13.
Oh, the motion comes too late. Now this is going to be a delay. And that'll set him back 5.
Motion. Go.
Hey.
Check
Regular.
Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton.
Joker.
Dumps it off to Mixon. And he is knocked down from the side. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together.
Hey. 3 down.
Here's the run with Mixon. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here. This close, sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
I know you feel that.
Now they send a man in motion right.
Slam.
Let's stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
41 Mike. Watch a slant.
Dalton on 3rd and goal.
Kill.
Green's open, and he's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A.J. Green from 3 yards out, and the Bengals are in for 6. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down, every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
I'm going to hit you all.
Offense still needing 10 yards, 2nd down.
Ohio, under crunch.
Watson going to give this one to Miller. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
Flex round. Come on, let's go.
That's it, baby.
Ohio.
Check 24. Check 24.
Here we go.
51's the
What? 90.
51's the mark.
What?
And the
90.
slot man goes in motion
They
left.
can't hang with us. Check motion.
Ohio. Flex round. Flex round.
Switch.
Now it's Watson. A bootleg. On the right side, this is Miller. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
Ohio.
A gain of 4 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Flex round.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it?
Ohio!
Guard the first
Ohio!
down
Watch
sticks.
the
Don't let
twist.
them get there. And they've
Flex
rallied and
round.
made the
Flex
tackle.
round.
36.
Ohio.
Check 4.
They are going for it. Here's Watson. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it doesn't pan out. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position.
Double tight. Hey, we got
Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people. They're going to eat up a lot of blockers. They're usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Nice completion there for Andy Dalton. Charles, you worked some of his games when he was at TCU. Now you've worked his games in the NFL. What progression have you seen? And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Oh, boy, I know you felt that one.
A great effort there. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0. Bullock out now to kick this one away. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And last time we saw them go for it in kind of an unusual situation. It's not like it's a 4th quarter do or die. They went for it, didn't get it. We'll see how that affects them this go around.
Partner, I'm wondering if we're starting to see the effects of the analytics coming into play here, where people are studying the number of possessions, how many times you should go for it, what position it leaves your team in. Maybe we're starting to see a little bit of that creeping into the NFL game.
I think we've seen it in other sports, maybe into the NFL now as well. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. 1st down, Watson. And that is incomplete. He was looking there for Bruce Ellington. And now it's 2nd down. Hey, I want to take a glance back to last week real quick. We got a second. That Raiders-Chiefs game. How about that ending? 4 last plays. That was an instant classic.
Kansas City is not going to. But when I went back and reviewed all of those plays, I found all the penalties that were called. That was an ending unlike any ending I've ever seen, and especially in a classic rivalry game with Kansas City and Oakland. Boy, what a way to finish for Oakland, a game they absolutely had to have to keep their season going.
The Texans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. To the air yet again, Watson. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete. A minute 58 to go in this first half of play. We're back to Houston after this timeout. On 4th down, here's the veteran Shane Leckler to punt it away. Back deep for the Bengals, Adam Jones. Jones at return. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about.
Switch. Check 99. Check 99.
Yeah, 5-6.
Pick the edge.
Regular. Heavy.
1st and 10.
Switch it.
He's going to fire one deep over
Check.
the middle.
Fresno.
And it's knocked away and incomplete. Brandon LaFell his intended target, and it's 2nd down.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
And the D-line pushing together must be expected to run. With a give here to Mixon. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 9 yards on the pickup there as he'll be left with 3rd and 1.
Okay, he didn't break down all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge. That's probably exactly what he's telling him in the huddle right now.
He's going to air it out deep for Green. And that's caught inside the 30. A.J. Green. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A.J. Green. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bengals add on to their lead. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks. He jumped a little bit too early.
And he puts it through. Bullock out now to kick this one away. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the story, they know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points. Big time. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Come on, let's go.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
87's getting the ball. 87's getting the ball.
Here we go.
Now it's Watson.
Single.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Strong left. I'm coming after you.
Come on, Ohio.
And the D looking like they may blitz.
Come on, let's go.
On 1st and 10, Watson.
Lucky.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. That incompletion gives me the chance to bring up Joe Thomas, who last week had his consecutive play streak ended. Charles, he was out there for 10,363 consecutive snaps.
He is the NFL's version of Lou Gehrig, Cal Ripken, the true Iron Man. Talk about doing your job on a team that never went to the playoffs, never had a winning season. 6 head coaches, 6 general managers, 20 quarterbacks in 10.5 seasons, yet he still did his job, and he did it really, really well. Pro Bowl level every year.
Tough news now for him, though, out for the season. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Come on, let's go!
Alert 3.
Again, it's Watson. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
You got
Let's go!
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys.
3 down.
And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight right. Tight right.
They'll come out in the pistol.
4 down. 4
Come
down.
on, let's
check,
go!
Check.
Ohio!
Check.
Ohio!
Safety creep.
Ohio!
Safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Me. I got him.
In motion is
motion, man.
Fedorowicz.
Me. I got this.
Watson looks to throw again. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins in the final seconds of the first half. And the Texans cut into that lead. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bengals getting set to go. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Let's get out of there.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
Lead!
Switch. He's coming. Double up. He's coming.
The final act of the first half, Dalton.
49, check 49, check 49.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. He's at the 40.
Watch
The
twist.
20. 10, and he's in
Motion,
for the
motion,
touchdown
motion,
on the
motion.
final play of the first half.
They
The
can't see
prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
There we go. Oh.
And they extend their lead, a little added pressure into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the third quarter?
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. A nice little juke. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I know to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. This is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game.
No
A
problem.
lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. The Texans on third down. 2 for 5 to this
Single
point.
receiver.
This is
Single
third
receiver.
and
Hey,
8.
you're on an island over there.
Let's
Single
go.
receiver.
A shotgun snap to Watson. Then he's got the completion to
Hey, got it right. Watch
Hopkins.
tight end.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And that one results in 35 yards.
Here we go.
Mike, 51.
Now a first down throw, Watson. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Geno Atkins breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. Defense showing blitz.
Come on.
Here's Watson now on second down. And he's got Fuller. And he gets it down to the 32. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Let's go.
51's the mic, boys. 51.
On third down, Watson being chased out left. It's hauled in by Ellington.
Boom!
And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22.
What's left? What's left?
It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Come on, let's go.
Action here on first down. Flush to his right. And some room to maneuver. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Ohio!
Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Come on, let's go.
Now, this play was all about the eyes. As he rolled out to his right, he kept looking downfield, and one eye was in front of him, and he ended up...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down.
Ohio.
They got him for a sack.
Alert 3.
Geno Atkins in there to get him his second sack
stop
now
us.
of the
They
afternoon.
cannot hold us down.
Come on, Ohio.
We're going to keep
Ohio.
getting sacks.
Watson now off the bootleg. Steps away to his left. The ball comes out, and the Bengals grab it.
Yeah, baby.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's always wrong because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Brandon LaFell, the intended receiver, will bring up second down. So the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. Here in third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot, but they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a first down. Dalton sets up play action. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Jadeveon Clowney in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. Play action now, Dalton. He's got room to run past the 20. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And Charles got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force an incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Twist. Hey, check 24. Check 24.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left.
Check.
Hey.
Takes it to Bernard. Dalton. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Takes off at the 47. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
Well, it's third and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the line.
Because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. Out to his left. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
From the 50, it's Watson.
We got three.
Finding Fedorowicz. And they're able to get this one down to the 25.
Ohio!
A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Let's go!
Part of the fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Will Fuller was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
Check three, check three.
Here we go!
They'll toss it to Miller. Only able to work it to the 20 after the nice broken tackle. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Flex round! Flex round!
And the defense definitely showing blitz here.
Check your hot read.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson flushed out right. And that is incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. Well, this one's knuckling, and it just does get over the crossbar. He didn't get much of it, but he got it to go. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. Ooh, so a little bit of an exhale after that one for the head coach. That looked like a mishit maybe of some sort, but he managed to get it over the bar.
I almost wonder if someone got a finger on it because it was a pretty atypical kick from a guy of his caliber.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
Hey! Regular.
Shift together here from the D-line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Wide, get wide.
Looking for Green, and it's intercepted.
Shit.
Picked off by Marcus Williams. This defense figured out something in the locker room. That's 2 third-quarter picks now.
And you just wondered, did he get too comfortable in the locker room himself? His team has the lead. Take care of the football. He's putting him in jeopardy right now.
Let's go! White, 9!
After the interception, here's Watson, eluding the pressure right. And some room to work. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
And that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Now Watson. It's a loss of 7.
Flex
And now
round!
it's
Flex
3rd
round!
down. The Texans on 3rd down.
Ohio!
5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Come on, let's go!
From the gun, here's Watson. Forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
Flex round! Flex round!
Hatch it.
And they're definitely
Here
showing
we go!
blitz here. Here we go on 4th. Watson.
I'm coming for you!
Buying and no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Vontez Burfict coming in from his outside linebacker spot. He buries him for a loss of 10 or 11.
Regular.
SOS.
Nice.
Big gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? Escaping the pressure right. And a right side completion here by LaFell. And at the end of it, he stripped. Ball comes loose. And the Texans say they have it. They do. Back now in Houston. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter. And tough starting field position here.
Ohio! Let's go!
Well running here. This is Deontay Foreman.
Hot.
A gain of 3, second down.
Flex round!
And that's
Flex
frustrating
round!
for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps them on schedule.
3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about this all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Flex
Nick
round!
Vigil
Flex round!
leading the surge there.
Flex
He
round!
drops him
Flex
for a
round!
loss of 6.
Check.
Here we go!
To throw on second is Watson. Flush to his right. Quick move by Miller. It's caught. It's Miller. And they're going to get
Flex
this one all
round!
the
Flex
way
round!
across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Here we go!
57 the mic.
What? 90!
57 the mic.
What? Flex round! Flex round!
Hey, we heavy on the edges. Heavy on the edges.
Watson on first down.
Eyes up.
Flushed out right. And this one is incomplete. He was looking to get it to his running back, Lamar Miller. And that'll bring up second down.
You just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Watson hands this to Foreman, and he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43.
Flex round! Flex
Pretty
round!
good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a
Ohio!
31.
Ohio!
Well, partner, I know this type of
Here we
running
go!
back. This size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down.
Come on,
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's got it, Fedorowicz. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or two shy of the 30. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Felt compelled to go for it there on fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on
Come
a
on,
fourth
let's
down.
go!
Doesn't matter the distance. Stop to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
It's complete to Fuller. And down inside the
Ohio!
15 he
Ohio!
goes. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Come on!
From the red zone now, Watson. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Carl Lawson in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Defense showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers.
That's how we do it.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by George Iloka. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Play fake here on first down. Green with a catch left side. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A good pickup there, a 22. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Dalton here from the gun. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Mixon, this is Dalton. He's going to air it out deep for... Got his man, complete. And a big hit. Knocked down sideways. And that one results in 35 yards. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Jonathan Joseph. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this.
Ohio! Ohio!
My bad, guys.
Here we go!
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it, and the Bengals grab it.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Oh, passing it. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away. Turned into a nice play.
Hey, 4 down.
Dalton throwing on second down. And a hit charted loose.
3 down.
It's incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Dalton on 3rd and goal. This is caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal.
Mike 5.
And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Giovanni Bernard punching it in from a yard away. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage. He takes off with it. It's a fake. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Bullock out now to kick this one away. And now out comes Houston. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again. A team of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Switch up.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Carl Lawson in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Here's Watson. And to the left side, Fedorowicz has it. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 19 yards is the pickup there, but even with that, they're well short. It's 4th down.
Come on, let's go! Red 38! Red 38! Ohio!
Let's calm the crowd.
Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. And they'll start this drive with very good field position.
Regular.
Check!
Not running. Dalton wants to throw. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no
feelings.
feelings.
Exactly. They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might be in the same room. The virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
And that one hits the ground incomplete. So now just 4 ticks left in this one. Bullock out now to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. He spins free. Well, in this one, partner, we had some action all the way down to the final whistle there with the late points and then the kickoff to end it.
Yeah, and the best part about it is just seeing how teams battled all the way to the end, you know.